Welcome to our video about the MicroF1 for lending system. Today, it is commonplace to get a loan in a matter of minutes. A client applies for a loan, signs an agreement, and instantly receives money on his bank account. But we should all understand that before a lender transfers funds to the balance sheet, it must urgently assess the client's creditworthiness. After all, every company is interested in maximizing its own income and minimizing risks. And now, we're going to show you how MicroF1's innovative algorithms and decision support system methods can change your lending business so that your profits only increase. If your lending business has gone online, the number of borrowers will grow. Then the question arises, how to check a large number of people? Indeed, without an assessment, the system cannot proceed to the stage of signing contracts on both sides. We built the scoring model of our system as follows. If the risks are low and the applicant meets all the necessary criteria, the system automatically approves the application without the need for manual verification or additional analysis. This significantly speeds up the application review process and allows financial institutions to work more efficiently with large volumes of clients. To see the result of the scoring system, just open the loan application card in Admin panel. Let's take as an example the case when the client has already been credited with money. We can see that the loan status and the client type is new. Move the mouse cursor down and click on Final Assessment. The list of generated rules is based on the logic that operates around such objects as customer type and loan status. The risk policy of each financial organization determines the future scoring model. It can be formed in the following directions: for new clients and for repeat clients. In this case, we can see that the loan status value is approved, since the result of the final assessment is yes. The integral score, depending on the results of the DSS, can take three values: yes, no, verification. If yes, then the loan status will be set to money sent after signing the necessary agreements. If no, then the loan application will be automatically rejected, or the system will send it to a company employee for revision. Such flexible variations of events can be easily configured in the admin panel by going to the General Settings, Operation of the Application, scrolling down the page and seeing the function. Enable automatic rejection of applications when the decision is no function. Please be aware that there are other ways to manage the loan application here, depending on the results of the DSS. For example, send for verification instead of rejection of repeats clients with a specified number of credits. And here, we enter the number of credits in the field. The result of the scoring process gets the value verification only when the system has any doubts, so it sends the application for revision. MicroF1 provides for the distribution of applications of this type among employees. They receive notifications, and at that time the borrower is awaiting approval. MicroF1 allows you to instantly process large amounts of data and generate an accurate assessment of borrowers' creditworthiness. We use modern tools based on big data technologies and effective verification rules to guarantee a high level of reliability and objectivity. Our system makes decisions based on the following factors: rule groups, checkpoints, and integration with external services. Groups of rules consist of checkpoints. They provide a structured and objective assessment. With the help of checkpoints, employees can flexibly manage the scoring model. When you open the settings in the admin panel, you can see a list of checkpoints. For example, we check whether the customer has changed the card or PIN before submitting the application. Also, did they make changes to their profile in the personal portal? As you can see, the meaning of each rule can be easily changed by the financial company, which is what makes our decision engine flexible. A set of these rules is built into Decision Engine, which is why we call them free checkpoints. And this set is quite large, and you can choose and activate those that best fit your scoring model. For example, checkpoints after the scoring card. The client has overdue on more than half of the open ones, and you simply enable or disable the action of this checkpoint with simple settings. And we can see that when saving the changes, the system asks you to enter text in the field for sending a notification about the reason for the loan decline. So we write the text: We can't give you a loan because you were overdue on half of your open loans. And the borrower will automatically receive an SMS about the reason for the refusal if this rule works. No. The rules are followed in order, and if the borrower receives a negative score or verification at the initial stages of the check, the scoring process automatically stops. This significantly saves resources. That's why our system first processes free checkpoints, the so-called basic rules. But to keep the checks running, employees can set the action of a separate selected rule without involving developers if previous checks have failed. By clicking the Change button, select the value of this field as Yes or No. After free checkpoints, groups of rules from external services come into effect. In the final assessment of this borrower, the rule from Credit Bureau of Ukraine worked for the result. No, we will show a group of rules from the Credit Bureau of Ukraine. The existence of a current, open, or active arrears more for the amount stated. This type of rule uses all the data that the MicroF1 system receives from the Ukrainian Bureau of Credit Histories. We build two-way integration with such external services, meaning that if there are changes in the loan, we also transfer information to them. It is also worth showing how our system interacts with mobile operators that provide data on reissued phone numbers. This helps to prevent fraud and confirm that the number belongs to a specific person. For example, if the phone number has been lost, the system will then take this into account and update the information. In order to build a clear scoring model, we form groups of rules consisting of limit and verification rules. For example, those rules that set the maximum amount that can be disbursed to a client at a certain age, or rules that determine the individual interest rate on a loan when it is accrued, are called limit rules. The screen shows an example of a simple limit rule. The number of active loans of the client is greater than the specified number. Here, in the final score, the employer can see the exact value of this rule for this borrower. Or, for example, in the rule, the total current overdue amount by banks is more than the specified amount. Data from the application card can be used as input for the scoring card. These two tools work together to ensure accurate and reliable lending decisions. The scoring group of rules generates this coefficient value, which is the basis for the validation rules. These checking rules do not perform calculations, but only check the values obtained to form the final score. That is why we have implemented a ranking method that allows you to customize individual parameters for different types of customers using different values for each rule, which are set using the scoring coefficient. It all depends on the parameterization. For example, the rule responds to a certain variable and will be activated if the borrower's age is between 18 and 23 years old, and the number of closed loans of this borrower is equal to a number that is between 5 and 10. Then the rule score will take a value, yes. But if the number of outstanding loans is more than 10, then the answer will be no. Also, to form a clearer score, the limit rules contain matrices. If there are additional matrices, the system takes into account the final score from the matrix for a more accurate result, and the matrix can make additional adjustments to the final decision. Here at the intersection of X and Y, the system gives the limit value of the amount for the client. And in the matrix, you see PDL. The coefficient is multiplied by the client's monthly income. The matrix is necessary for grading preliminary scoring calculations, where we build the intersection of the application and scoring card values.
In addition to the integral score, the main result of the decision engine
is that the system offers the borrower an individualized amount for each client. That is, if the client is reliable and previous loans have been repaid,
the decision engine will offer a larger loan amount than the one requested by the client when applying.
This mechanism has been proven to bring revenue to your lending business. MicroF1 offers a reliable tool for effective risk management and business performance
with a built-in decision engine.
Join us, and we guarantee that you will reach a new level of business management. Subscribe to our channel so you don't miss the next videos about the MicroF1 for lending system.